Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk about some important things you need to know before you get a pet turtle. Pet turtles are pretty common, you can find them in most pet shops, and lots of people buy them, but they don't realize the care needed for these turtles. Lots of the misconceptions or things that people don't know is turtles need a Uvb light. I'll go through and show you which ones I use here. They might survive for some time without a Uvb light, but turtles can live red-eared sliders can live up to 60 years, 45 being more of an average. And if they don't get the proper care, they're going to live nowhere close to that. So that's one of the big things. You need a Uvb light, and you also need a tank that's of the proper size. Turtles need about 10 gallons per inch of shell. So if you got a turtle like a red-eared slider that gets to be 10 to 12 inches, you're going to need a 100 to 120 gallon tank. It's a pretty big tank. So those are things you're going to want to think about before getting a turtle. And then there's some other things you need to know. Once you have the proper size tank, the UVB is important. I use these types of bulbs. They're these big, I believe they're metal halide or they might be mercury vapor. They're called Sun Glow. I think this one I got from Exoterra. There's a couple brands that make them. But these big ones that provide heat and UVB are perfect. You need a screen top cage. You cannot use a glass top cage with turtles. UVB does not go through glass very well, and the glass can also hold in humidity and other things that aren't good. This is for my birds. They're shaking their feathers all over the top of the cage. I also have just a standard strip light. This is a Reptiglow 5.0 by Exoterra. Also provides UVB. I just had a strip light here from a fish tank, so I threw that bulb in there for extra UVB. So you need UVB, like I said. That's one of the important things. You need the right size tank. You need to research. I got a heater back there. Got to research your type of turtle. You know, all of them could be different, so figure out what your tank temperature needs to be. Get the right temperature and test it to make sure it's right. Get a good filter. With turtles, you should probably buy about 2 times the size of the filter as the size of the tank. So let's say you got a 50-gallon tank. You're going to want to get a filter rated for 100 gallons. And then one of the last things that people need to know about when owning turtles is these docks. You need to have, most turtles are basking turtles, and you need to have somewhere for them to get out of the water. As you can see, these floating docks, they don't require very much pressure to get wet. And your turtle needs to be able to get completely dry. So these docks don't do any good, because your turtle can get up and sit on them and bask a little bit, but he can't fully dry off, and it can cause mold and mildew and other things to, start growing on their skin. So you really need to get a really good dock. I've got this one right here. I've got a review on it I can show. I'll put an annotation probably in this video. But this one is has a large base, has air underneath that holds it up, and it holds a lot of weight. Water never gets in here when my turtles go on there. So that's their basking area. You're also going to want to test your basking area temperature. Don't just throw a light on and pray that it's the right temperature. Going to want to put a thermometer right down there where the turtle will be sitting, and then you can adjust your light. I got mine hanging on the wall. I don't just have it sitting right on the tank because it would be way too hot for them in there, so I could adjust that up and down. You got to figure out some way to get the temperature right. The basking temperature is important, having UVB is important, and having a completely dry space for them to get out, dry off, and bask is another important thing. So I just wanted to go over some of the things you should know about before you buy a turtle. Remember, they can live a long time. They're pretty easy to care for. You just need to have the right setup and give them the proper care, proper UVB light, and everything they need. And it's really not too hard to keep turtles. They make great pets. So just think about those things before you get one, and happy pet keeping, everyone. We'll see you guys later.